Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Feast turned bitter. Ebony's family sacrificial gift rejected as elders. But the great lion declared her case, beyond redemption. So why did this happen? A lot of people who were present are saying that it happened because of her outburst, because of all the cry, the many, baths that she gave right there in that council meeting. Your own family, they have come. They came with cow. They came with other things to come and plead on your behalf. Now, they came because they felt like they'll be able to arrest the situation. They came because they understand the tradition better than you. They came because they knew that, there are certain things and certain words that they can say to the lion that will make the lion, back down. But for you to have allowed your own emotion to drive you, not the way it did, and brought you to that council meeting as a woman, standing in front of elders, arguing with them. Your uncle says, sit down or get out of the hall. You refused. You were making your point as if you were defending yourself in a court of law. That did not help the situation at all, as we are hearing. Elders got very, very upset. They said, in fact, it was something that, was terrible. Her family and the giddy elders had walked into, the palace with cow, 50 yams, kegs of palm oil, calabashes of palm wine, and other traditional items meant for reconciliation. Everyone in the palace, understood the weight of that sacrifice. It's not, ordinary food. It was a statement, a cry for mercy. The traditional way of saying we submit ourselves to the authority of the throne, forgive our daughters, spare us from this disgrace. They knew the reason why they brought those selected items. Sometimes they say, waiting, your grandfather go sit down for chairs, sit. You wait, climb even on top of tree. Go fit see am. Now be this thing. They say at first, there was silence and hope that, the Lion of Odua would be moved. The chiefs were nodding slowly. The elders were speaking with humility. The air carried that sacred weight of tradition. The movement was balanced on a... in fact, there was so much hope because now when her own elders, that is the people of the Ogidi family, they were talking, the elders, as in the Dua elders, were in agreement. They were nodding in agreement because of the words they were using and all of that. They were nodding. There was really hope that there will be some kind of reconciliation. I feel like I am generally not somebody who will wish other people pain, okay? I feel like if they had, stayed within their limits, all of this wouldn't have happened because, of course, you do know our Jewel does not have a problem. Her own is day your day, my day. Now, they were making so much wahala, as in, when the elders came and they were begging, she just jumped into the whole thing. She just jumped into the whole thing. As in, before her family could finish their plea, she stormed into the hall, wailing at the top of her lungs, rolling on the floor, screaming words that cut into the ears of everyone present. I will cry if I lose my husband. Kabiesi, I will not survive. I will cry here. And now I have given everything, my soul, my money, my body, my spirit, my emotion, and all of that. That didn't go well. That sounded like pride. That sounded like entitlement. And that did not go well at all. I think it was, of course, as we are hearing, they said the lion did not interrupt. He sat on his throne, quiet, observing, but his eyes narrowed slightly. Okay? The chief shook their head. The palace women murmured. The Ogidi elders who had just finished begging, humbled, okay, turned, sharply towards Ebony with disbelief and anger. Their sacrifice was still there in the hall. Cow, yams and everything. One elder slammed his hand on the floor, his voice sharp and full of shame. Are you happy now? Look at what you have done. We came here to kneel, to beg, to humble ourselves before Kabiyesi. We carried gift, we carried tradition, and you? What did you do? You burst into the hall, screaming like a market woman, undoing everything we said. Do you think this is how reconciliation works? Do you think you can force a king's heart with noise? You think you can force a king's heart with rebellion? No. This is the difference between you and the jewel. The jewel is quiet. She will use her own, time and attitude to, create a statement, to make the king understand exactly what she was. How many times have you heard that there was this outburst, the jewel was shouting or busy making noise with the king? How many times have you heard that? This is the difference between you and the jewel. You can see the difference yourself. This is the real difference between you and the jewel. They say Ebony froze for a moment, then started crying louder, her voice cracking. So so you want me to keep quiet while my marriage is being cut off? You want me to sit like a stone while Ituwase is hanging over my head? You elders don't know how I feel. You don't know what I have given. This marriage is my life. She pounded the floor again with, her fist, and the sound of her wailing bounced against the carved wooden walls of the floor. Another elder stood up. His voice carried the weight of authority. Ebony, you are your own, undoing. Did we not warn you before? Did we not tell you that your jealousy will sink this union? Today, before Kabiyesi, you have confirmed it. Even as we beg, you chose to disgrace yourself, your family, and your ruling house. You think this is love? But this is sickness. This is obsession, and this throne will not bend to sickness. The problem is that you do not understand the gravity of the things that you are doing. How do you stand and challenge your husband? He says move, and you say you will not move. You will not obey. Is he not the one who brought you? Okay, marry yourself now. Marry yourself. They said with all of this that they were doing, they said the lion's silence just grew heavier. When he finally shifted in his seat, the entire hall left, felt the movement. His voice came slow and deep. Your elders have spoken. Your family has brought gift, but what you brought, Ebony, is noise. This throne is not moved by screaming. This throne is not moved by trait of pride. Respect and humility are the foundation of forgiveness, not jealousy, not stubbornness. The chiefs nodded in agreement. The priest murmured, confirming the word. One priest added quietly, Kabiyesi, Ituwase is not just a punishment, it is a cleansing. When jealousy has reached this level, it is no longer just quarrel, it is poison. A sacrifice cannot be accepted when the heart of the guilty is still, raging. They said it was a very big surprise when one of their elders stood up and begged that Kabiyesi, we came here with our sacrifice to save our daughter. But now we see with our eyes what you have been seeing. Her jealousy is beyond cure. Her spirit is unsettled, her tongue uncontrolled. If we continue to beg, we will be insulting the throne and insulting ourselves. Me, I am living here right now. They said that elders, that very elder decided to leave. Because while others were still contemplating what to say again, I think that elder was embarrassed beyond reason, to stay. And he wanted to move out of there. And that was exactly what he did. And they said the gift were not accepted. They said the elders refused to accept the gift. They said they are not accepting the gift. That if they want to drop the gift, Ebony's family said they are not going to go back with the gift. But elders said their plea was not accepted. that Ebony's situation is beyond, or was beyond redemption, that they were not accepting and their plea. So this is a very big problem that is going to be happening right there in that palace again. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media, should not be seen as fact.